And we're into week 15.
Oh, where did the time go?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like about 15 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, you can't go anywhere. COVID and everything. Kind of stuck here.
Went by quick.
If that's the case, it feels like 15 months.
Yeah, I don't feel that at all.
But
I feel like very slow. Time has been moving very slow. Why do you guys gotta ruin the intro every fucking time?
good morning, football fans.
I like it.
I didn't have a very good week last week, but it doesn't matter because I'm still on top.
Yeah.
Don't-
I'm first.
You're tied.
Yeah, but I'm first.
I have been number one for 15 weeks.
Yeah, but you've been down continuously, and I've been just going at it. I'm number one.
I was so hot
You're
early
number two.
that I got such a great jump off the start. I can afford to make some ballsy moves because I'm trying to make.
Afford?
We're trying.
You're like, I've been on top, and you're like, I've been going at it for weeks. He's doing
Joe, you've been on the bottom for 15 straight weeks.
and I'm coming strong.
He's close. He's only 6 games
he is
behind.
I'm only
He is
only
close.
6 back. I'm trying to rally. Only a couple weeks to go, though. I don't know if I can make it.
It's kind of come down to the wire.
Joe's worst at 106 and 92, which is still above.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, that's still above 51%. You're making money. If people listen to you all year, they'd have made money.
That's all that matters. Making money.
Making money. And you're the worst.
Make it rain. I'm the worst. I'm making it rain, baby. It's all about the Washingtons.
Me and Double A are tied at 112 and 86. The board, if you don't know about the board, it's in the link in the description. Just watch it. It's 2 minutes. Explains our little game we play. We give away a jersey. Right now, if it were to end right now, Joe's jersey would be given away. Mm-hmm. But anything can change because we put some crazy stuff on the board.
That's the good thing about losing, because one of our fans out there is going to be a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, typically what's going to happen is we all have a jersey, and then his would be given away, and then he would get a new jersey, and then it would kind of go like that for the Vikings. Apparently, the Jets are terrible. My jersey is a Jets jersey, so I'll just go ahead and frame it, and next season I will also have a different jersey.
Okay, good. We didn't want people to leave.
Because apparently, that's not selling the crowd. The New York Jets are not the way to go. But I digress. Joe's jersey, show it to the people.
I will be giving away this wonderful Dave Robinson 2013 Hall of Fame signed jersey from the Green Bay Packers. So hopefully you're a Green Bay fan. If not, hopefully you know somebody. This will make a wonderful gift for them.
AA?
I have a Gary Clark jersey for who was formerly known the Washington Redskins wide receiver.
And mine is a Jets jersey. Jonathan Vilma, Defensive Rookie of the Year signed. But that probably won't be given away because I'm going to win.
I mean,
But we'll get into the games here. Still got 13 Saturday games, kind of like bye weeks. So, first game on the slate is the Texans at the Colts. Texans getting 7.5. 51's the over/under. Thoughts?
I don't even think 51 would be scored in this game. I don't see it going that high. With the Colts defense, it's going to keep Houston's score down.
I could see it. I mean, Indy's offense has been good. They can put up the points, and I think Houston can put
They've
up
been average,
enough.
but I don't see them putting
It'd
up.
be close. I know. I have a 28-24. That would be my score for the Colts.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
24 points for the Colts. I think they haven't scored that low amount of points, and I could be wrong, in like 6 weeks. That's like the lowest amount in the last 6 weeks. So that's silly.
Silly?
Texans will not cover this spread.
28's the lowest they've scored.
I said it could be wrong. If my memory corrects.
Well,
They had 38. They had 44. They had 31, 28. I don't know.
I'm looking at last week. They had 44 against the Raiders. They had 26 against the Texans the week before. They let up 20 to the Texans. They had 26 to the Titans, 34 to the Packers, 34 Titans, 10 Ravens.
All right, so twice in 7 weeks. I was close. I'd say once in 6 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. 28-17, I think, is more than enough cushion. Texans are on a downward slide. They're losing more people. Colts are getting better and better. They're starting to run the ball more effectively. Pittman's looking like a real wide receiver, one. And I don't know if you heard, but I think T.Y. Hilton is starting to play again.
Yeah, he got rid of his cane. He started to play.
I don't know how effective he's going to be throughout the season, but he's still got some legs.
I wonder how long he had to ice him down, though, after the game.
It's that defense that's scoring a lot of points, but ground and pound, I think Rivers can still just dump it off to Pittman. I don't like the Texans very much. I mean, what do they have to play for at this point?
Spoiler
Yeah.
for a division team.
I'd say it's a division game,
Yeah.
pretty much. See what they can do against them.
So, yeah, I think he'll definitely stay within a touchdown.
Yeah, I have it 28-17. Colts, I think they cover the 7.5. I think it is an under.
Yeah, I think it's under. I think Houston does cover the spread, though. I got Indy's winning 24-21.
So you guys both have the Texans to cover the spread?
Yes, sir.
Might
see?
have.
Right away, you
This is
guys are not
another
going to be
one right
tied
there.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
One of the two's got somebody got one, right?
Lions, Titans. Lions getting 9.5. The 53 over under.
I'm surprised the over/under is that high.
That's crazy. I think the Lions can cover that spread. That's a lot of points. They put up offense.
I don't think they can.
I mean,
They're hurting bad. They have a lot of injuries.
They're a dysfunctional team.
Yeah, but how much dysfunction can you have before it just falls apart completely? I mean, you keep adding it on and on. I don't think they cover this against the Titans team who's playing really good right now. They're getting hot. They're getting ready for the playoffs.
Maybe so, but the Titans aren't the ones that throw up a bunch of points.
They did last week.
Okay, but the Lions can put up points.
Exactly. So they could go shot for shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're going to get 9.5 points away. I think they'll win the game easily.
I think they will.
But I think this is an easy cover. I would take the Lions at 9.5. I think the Titans win. I don't think it's much of a worry at any time that the Lions are going to pull off an upset. That's probably not going to happen. If you want to be super tight for a parlay, just pick the Titans straight up. Otherwise, take the points with the Lions. I have it 27-24. Lions still have a good offense. Stafford said he might not play, and then he said he was going to play. And
I think he's going to play this week.
I'm pretty sure he's going to play.
It's going to be without his center.
It doesn't matter. Stafford's used to getting smacked around. He doesn't need offensive linemen. He'll just get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Then what?
Now, he's actually a lot tougher than people give credit for.
Oh, he's really tough.
He's just on a shit team.
Yeah.
Either he needs to go somewhere to refresh that career, because I think it's time for Detroit to move on. We said it before.
Yeah.
But I don't see Detroit covering this week. I got Tennessee winning by 10, 31-21.
Yeah, I have a 34-21. I have Titans to cover that.
Yeah.
So you guys are just trying to go against everything I say every week now, huh?
I think you're just trying to be out there.
I think you're just fishing. You started getting a slump a little bit.
You're panicking.
Bears, Vikings. All right, you guys go first. It's time.
All right, well, the Bears are looking really good right now. Trubisky's playing really well. He's helped that team since coming back. He has 7 touchdowns, so I believe 3 interceptions, maybe 2, but at least 3, or at least 2, but I believe 3. They can put up points. Minnesota's defense isn't fantastic. They can allow him to put up points, but I definitely think Minnesota wins this game.
So you did that just so I can make fun of him now, huh? Because he said Chicago's looking good.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you. Are you crazy?
They are.
Minnesota's looking better than what? Dallas? Ooh. Chicago's still awful. Trubisky is still awful. They're going to prove it this week.
He's doing good. Since he's come back for Foles.
Well, have you noticed that there? As soon as
They're
Foles came in,
winning.
looked good, then faded. And Trubisky comes back in off the bench, looks good, and he'll fade as well.
We'll see if he fades, but he's playing for the playoffs right now.
And Chicago's not going to go there. They're still a bad
That
team.
defense can step up. They can.
Montgomery's had one good game. He finally broke loose.
And you don't need to rely on him. Rely on Robinson.
To do what?
Be an elite receiver.
Go back to the huddle every week like, dude, I was freaking open again, and you still didn't throw it to me. Freaking loser.
Eventually he will, and he'll catch you.
Throw it to where he can catch it. I got Minnesota. Minnesota's going to win this game 21-17. Chicago's not covering that 3.
I will defend him for a second. Anytime you have a quarterback change, it usually brings a spark to the offense. Even though it's one that they've already had and they benched and they brought back, it doesn't matter. That one game of that spark, it's over.
Yeah.
He's going to go back to being Trubisky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this week.
Although I do concur, I would probably say the Vikings can clear 3 points. I have it a little bit closer than you guys, but I still have the Vikings to cover. I have it 24-20.
At least we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah, I have a 24-17 Vikings.
Yeah.
I do like Komet for the Bears. He's been playing over Graham. Graham is kind of stealing some of the touchdowns a couple times, but Komet is having more routes. He's getting more snaps. He's starting to get more involved in this offense, and I like him going forward.
And that's really refreshing because it usually takes tight ends longer than receivers to transition into the NFL. It usually takes 2 to 3 years before you see much. To see him being effective at all his first year is usually a sign that he can probably play in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I did say early I liked Graham before the season started. A lot of people thought I was kind of crazy. But I think Komet learned a lot because Graham had a pretty good role in this offense.
He did.
And
if you're a young tight
starting
end,
to flip.
you know, you got one of those a good veteran like Graham to play behind and learn. I can see why he's coming on so quick.
Yeah.
I think
It's a
they
good mentor
liked.
to have.
I think they really liked his route running and stuff. That's why they kind of drafted him. I think they were worried about his line play. Now I didn't dive too deep into it, but from the limited snaps I did see, it looked like they trusted him enough to stand more than he did earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm.
So he looked like he was doing a pretty good job at blocking. So yeah, I think
Chicago,
maybe
I think, would be all right. They just need to get a stable quarterback, somebody they could trust back there.
Yeah.
Trubisky's not terrible, but he's trying to be something he's not. He is a game manager.
Which could be what
that's
it
it.
is. I mean, he could be just trying too hard.
But at this point with this offense, I don't think Nagy and them can put it together. I think he just needs another place.
Yeah, Chicago's not for him.
Seahawks and the Redskins. Seahawks are getting 6.5. It's up a whole point.
Washington's getting 6.5.
Yeah. Well, it's on Seahawks here.
It's minus. So.
Well,
It was too big to fit in the other way.
oh, okay.
It's too big of a name.
All right. I was confused for a second. It's starting to make sense now. So the Redskins are getting 6.5, which makes more sense. It's up a whole point, while the over/under went down a whole point. And I've mentioned this in other podcasts. That's not normal. So, long story short, this is Vegas basically saying that they believe it's a very, very, very lopsided game with a slow over/under, meaning they're projecting something like 20-14, right? Obviously, but I don't know if I buy that.
I don't.
Now the line might have moved that way because of the public moved it that way because too many people are betting this game. But
I think that is right, especially with Washington. Even without Alex Smith, they've shown that they can still play. They can win games.
yeah, so I would probably pick the over on this. I mean, that's probably the safest. If you're going to bet on the game, I would probably bet the over. 43.5?
Yeah.
You kidding me?
I think it should.
Especially the way the Seahawks have been struggling. Washington's got a good defense, so I think it's going to be a better game than what anybody's
Well,
thinking it's going to be.
The one thing the Redskins do really, really well, they're number one in the league in, is rush the passer and suppress the deep ball. The one thing the Seahawks do is throw deep, and they kind of been getting rushed a lot. So
Yeah.
this can go really any way. It's all going to be coaching. If you see Russell Wilson start ripping off 40-yard runs, this is kind of the game for it. If he gets pushed out of the pocket and runs with his legs, he could break some good runs here. Or Washington could get a bunch of sacks. I mean, they're kind of set up.
It's a tough matchup, but I kind of like Russ in it.
They're kind of set up to win this game. Now, I'm not saying they will, but there's certain games, like in the playoffs, they just match well, and you're like, oh, if they played them, then they'll knock them out of the playoffs, even though they're not going to go to the Super Bowl. It just meshes really well together. I think Washington could sneak out a win here. I wouldn't bet this game,
Yeah.
but since we have to, I would take the Seahawks 27-20. 7 points clears that 6.5. I think the Seahawks, if they win, they're going to win by about that. But I could see the Washington football team win this game. I don't know if they will.
No, they won't. If Alex Smith was playing, then I could see it. Because that man, he brought a spark to that team somehow. And who's starting this week? Haskins?
Yeah, Haskins.
We already know Haskins ain't going to do much.
They played about the same statistically.
They might help keep it interesting for the first 3 quarters, but then that fourth quarter, I think Seattle just
Alex
blows it
Smith
up.
did look better. But
He did look better, but I think that team can play well enough without a quarterback. I think they're one of those teams.
I think Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, but they don't have Gibson either.
That's what really hurts. That's
Yeah,
why I don't think they
that's-
can win this game, but I do think they would cover this game. That's why I have it 30-24.
Yeah.
I think I
I'm not
do have
saying
the
they
over.
will.
I think there's going to be points scored in this game.
I'm just saying this would be one of those potential upsets. That they fit well.
Yeah.
I think Seattle walks away with this one, 27-17. Washington can't cover it. Not this week. Not without Smith.
So me and you pick Seattle to cover that 6.5.
Yep.
You're out on your lonesome.
Guys are crazy.
Patriots, Dolphins. Let's hear it.
I mean,
Defend them boys.
I don't think Gesicki plays, so that's a big weapon out. They don't really have anybody else. They have Parker, but he's really banged up. I'm not even sure if he's played. Everybody on their team is basically questionable because they're not going to give anything away.
You know what's funny? Cam Newton's playing, and he's still questionable as a quarterback.
I knew that going into the season. But I think this is a low-scoring game. I think New England can keep it close, and Belichick is really good against rookie quarterbacks. I think he slows them down. We just have to be able to put up enough points, which shouldn't be that much, to beat them.
Dolphins walk away easily with this game.
I don't think it's easy.
I think they could bench most of their team and still beat the Patriots. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. Colin Cowherd said this. It's stuck in my head. I'm going to expand on it a little bit. But I think the Patriots lose this game. They lose their hope for aspirations for the playoffs.
I feel like that's already lost.
But there's a chance.
It's like
If
a,
they
a
win-
So you're
6%
saying there's a
chance.
chance.
If they win this game, there is a chance. If they lose this game, it's completely over.
Yeah,
Okay?
there is.
If
small.
that happens, their last game of the season is against the Jets. There's a good chance Bill Belichick loses that game on purpose so the Jets can't get the number 1 overall pick.
That's true. That'll go to Jacksonville. I
That
think.
would go to Jacksonville.
As long as they don't win.
And then
And if they got that feeling, they're not going to win either because they'll take Lawrence in a minute.
then he can once again have the last laugh of screwing the Jets over for a long time.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. And
Which
honestly,
would
I don't
be
expect to make the
hilarious.
playoffs, so I'd be happy with it because you don't want to play Lawrence twice.
And all he'd
Hell
have
no,
to
you
do,
don't.
No.
all he'd have to do is, just say I want to play some young guys, see what I got out of them, blah, blah, blah. And all the Jets players are still playing every game like it's a Super Bowl because they just don't want to lose another game.
They will at least win one. I'm sure they do.
Oh, yeah.
Just
yeah.
one.
Nobody wants to go winless.
Win one for the skipper.
But no, the Dolphins are just a much better team. And honestly, the powerful part of the Dolphins is their defense. And I don't think the
It is
Patriots.
powerful defense.
I don't think the Patriots can move the ball enough to overcome what they do have on offense. Yeah, you have a rookie quarterback. Yeah, you have your tight end out. They could lose their, Devontae Parker could be out. It doesn't matter. I think just the running back alone. Is he playing?
Gaskin, no.
So he's out too?
I'm pretty sure Salvon Ahmad's out too. So all you got's Bowden, but he's not a running back. He's a slot receiver. And then you have Breida left. They don't have a running back. All you have to do is pretty much
so thick,
stop Tua, and you stop that entire offense. Especially if Gesicki doesn't play, and I don't expect him to.
Well, I could see.
That's why I
I
think
could see
we
New
can
England
win.
pulling it out. I could.
I can't.
But only because of the fact of lack of a
It's
running
not
game.
because I'm a Jets homer. I've been saying this for a long time now. The Dolphins, they're the real deal. They're going to make it to the playoffs.
I like the Dolphins. I think they have a realistic shot at making the playoffs. I just think they're too banged up this week. If they were fully healthy, then yeah, I would expect them to win. But they're not fully healthy, and I don't expect them to win.
I think they win by 10.
Yeah.
This is a pick'em game. 1.5 points.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game where I'd probably pick the Dolphins to win, and I would tease the points if your site allows it in the opposite direction. I would say Dolphins, and I'll give the Patriots 5 points. 5.5. I think the Dolphins win this game pretty easily.
I agree. The Dolphins do win. I got them keeping it within a one-score game. 24-17. Dolphins win it.
Yeah, 2017.
The Jaguars against the Ravens, and I thought long and hard about this game.
What'd you think about?
That's a lot of points.
48?
No, the over.
Oh, the over-under? Yeah, that's...
The over-under is 48. Jacksonville Jaguars are getting 13, down from 14. But that's a lot of points for the Jaguars. The Ravens, they can put up a lot of points. You got to go with the Ravens. I don't trust the Jaguars. I can't take that spread.
No, that's too big.
So I have the Ravens to clear it. Because I can't. The Jaguars could put up 0 points.
I don't think they put up 0.
I don't think they
especially
do
looking
either.
at last week. I mean, I know that's a division game and the Browns are looking really good, but with the quarterback change to Minshew, I think Minshew has more offensive power than Glennon does. So I think they can put up points on this team.
The Ravens beat the Browns.
They did beat the Browns, but look at how many points they allowed.
Minshew's got a point to prove now. You don't bench me. You don't bench the
his
stash.
thumb is not fractured anymore.
Yeah.
He's good to go.
I don't know. I don't
And
like
I think
this
he wants,
game.
and Minshew, I believe, is going to try and prove a point because right now the Jags have that number 2 pick, and there's some good quarterbacks coming out in the draft. I don't think Minshew wants the Jaguars to draft one of them. To protect his job, he's going to have to come out and play his heart out.
Oh, yeah, he's got to. I mean, if not for that team, for at least another team to get a contract.
I don't see it happening, though. I think the Jaguars could.
I think they cover, but I don't think they win.
Yeah, the Jaguars,
Yeah.
I got them covering, but yeah, not to win.
I don't even know if the Jaguars can hit 20 points.
I don't have them hitting 20 points.
That's what I mean. I think the Ravens can easily cover 13 points.
I think they can put up 20.
I got Baltimore hitting 27-17. So there's a 10-point spread in there, but
I came out with 34-17, and I looked at it really long and hard. Because originally the line was 14. And I didn't like it, and I liked it. I do this before the line comes out. And then the line comes out, and I look at it, then the line moves, and I kind of I can either get excited or worried. So it's about there. 14 points on 17. That's 31, 32. That clears, but it's real close. I don't like being real close. I just don't trust the Jaguars. I wouldn't bet this game, though.
I take 35-24 Ravens.
I think that's a good line Vegas put down.
you're all by yourself on this one too, by the way.
Yeah. A lot of these are.
Yeah, you're kind of used to it by now.
Do you think Robinson can move the ball that effectively against the Ravens?
How effectively?
Enough to keep 13 points because he's their offense. Chark's not doing shit.
I think he can get 13. I think he can get 2 touchdowns. I think they have 3 touchdowns in this
I think
game,
with
though.
Minshew back, I think Chark and Chenault's going to have their game stepped up a little bit.
Yeah,
I like
and that
Chenault.
helps Robinson in the passing game, too.
I like Chenault. I don't think Chark.
I like Keelan Cole.
I like Keelan Cole too, but I don't think Keelan Cole is going to be their whole passing offense. And I don't think
Well, no, he
Chark
doesn't
can
need
do
to be,
it.
but I think he would be the guy to get it this week.
I don't know. I know the Ravens defense isn't great, but I don't think the Jaguars.
They've been getting a little worse, just a little bit each week. It seems like.
I agree with that. Buccaneers, Falcons. Falcons getting 6.5. Over unders 49. I mean, I don't even know what to think about the Falcons anymore.
Yeah.
Other than they have a really bad defense.
Yeah, they got a
Which
good
is
run stopping defense.
Kind of
but-
what we always known.
Yeah. Julio's still out.
I can't pick the Falcons to cover a spread against the Buccaneers, who are a really hard one to digest because they're either really good or they seem to be really bad. Like, they're very hot and cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. You can't go into any game watching Tampa Bay thinking, "Ooh, Brady's gonna have a good game," or the receiver's gonna have a good game. Because, like you said, one week they look tremendous. They'll put up 55 points on somebody. Then the next week they score 20 points and lose and just look like an average team.
Right.
I'm throwing Tom Brady under the bus. I think it's his fault.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care. He's
Old
get
dude.
him on.
Old dude can't seem to adjust to Bruce Arians' type of offense right now.
If you
And the thing is, they're going to keep him one more year, but
It's going to be time.
If you look at a sample size of 10 years, his average depth of target in 10 years in the Patriots.
10?
Huh?
10 yards?
Less. 8.7. That's his average depth of target. Just looking at his 1 year with the Buccaneers, it's 16.9. It's one of the farthest in the league. It's just push the ball down the field with a guy that's
It's completely
basically
different. You need time.
He's doing a decent job getting it done. It's just that's where the inconsistency is coming from. He's used to making those short, quick timing throws, and it's a completely different system. But I don't think the Falcons' defense are going to hold. I think Tom Brady's going to have a field day.
Yeah, he should.
This might not be the best time for you to call him out. But I understand.
Mr. Brady, sir.
I understand why you did. I have it 27-18 Buccaneers. I have the Buccaneers to cover that easily.
Yeah, I have it 31-24. It's by a touchdown, but they still cover it.
Okay, I'm on my own island out here then. I think Atlanta makes it a decent game. I see really having a good game. I got 31-27.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
Who gets it done for Atlanta?
27 points.
Is it all Julio?
He's not
Julio's
even
out.
playing. That's
Oh
how
my-
good he is.
So it's going to be all Ridley engaged.
Do you think Ridley and Gage can get it done?
I think enough to keep it interesting.
Okay, I like Gage a lot.
But unfortunately, Atlanta was still going to lose the game.
I
But
feel like my score's high now the more I think about it.
Oh yeah, I do too. I think Joe's absolutely
Because
lost his
last
mind.
week you look at the Vikings, they have a great offense, an elite running back who's number one, at least in fantasy points, and they held him to 14 points.
Well, the Buccaneers have a tremendous interior line.
Yeah, but they still
It's-
look at that
it's their
pass. That passing
secondary.
game is still good. They have Adam Thielen, and Justin
it's
Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins.
It doesn't matter. He
It's
still
Kirk
puts up
Cousins.
points.
It's not.
He still puts up points, and I think that receiving core right now
I think-
is better than the Falcons
okay,
with Julio out.
I
now
like
mind you,
Hurst. I like Hurst.
Minnesota only put up 14 points, but the Chiefs put up 27. The
the
Rams put up
Chiefs.
27. The Panthers put up
Rams.
23. Saints
That's
put up
good.
38. The Raiders put up 20.
That was with Taysom Hill, I believe, too.
I mean, the Chargers, 31 points. Teams put up points on this Buccaneers defense.
Yeah. I think the Buccaneers will put up 27.
Atlanta's putting up 27 on the Buccaneers defense.
All right, moving
It don't
on.
matter. Atlanta covers.
Niners, Cowgirls. Cowgirls are getting 3. 45's the over-under.
Keep on winning.
I say, I wrote them off. Then they start playing decent. The defense is playing better for the Cowboys.
Joe.
Now do I want to?
What did I say?
Do I want to jump off it?
What did I say 3 weeks ago? Said the Cowboys would end this season.
You said they'd make the playoffs.
I did say they'd make the playoffs. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs. But I said that they would end the season strong. And I think that's continues. I don't think they can win this game. I think the Niners will win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll cover the 3 points. But I think you're seeing a better Cowboy team at this stage.
Yeah. I think you're seeing a better Cowboys team and a worse Niners team.
If I'm in a fantasy league and I'm in the playoffs and I got Zeke, you know what you're doing, right? Is this clear? Do I have to say this out loud?
You're playing Zeke.
No. I would not play Zeke.
He's been terrible all season.
Of course he's been terrible all season.
Who's been decent the last week or two?
Pollard.
Pollard's
looked good.
You are benching Zeke and starting Pollard because Zeke doesn't want to play right now.
I don't think it's not just that. Teams know no Dak Prescott back there. They know that Dallas is going to feed Zeke. So when Zeke's on the game,
Pollard's doing just fine.
You attack him.
It's the same thing.
Well,
but when Pollard's in there, they're not expecting Pollard to run all the time.
Even if they put in Pollard, San Francisco still allowed the 4th fewest amount of points to running backs. They're a top running defense.
I understand that. I'm just saying Pollard will score more fantasy points than Zeke. And it should be.
I could see it happening.
It should be
but
known.
I don't think it's a lot.
I think it's a lot.
You think it's a lot?
I don't think it's as bad as last. What do you define a lot? The difference
between the two?
Yeah, I think.
I don't think neither of them really gets that many points.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
8
but
at
this
the
is
most?
the playoffs in fantasy.
I mean, if he gets the touchdown,
I'll say most fantasy games right now they're in their championship week.
Yeah, you can't afford.
I would say about 6 to 8 points at most.
Yeah,
and that's,
I agree with that.
He's got to get that touchdown. Zeke can't get a touchdown for it to happen.
I'm just saying. That's what I would do.
It's just one of those. Though, if you're the owner and you bench Zeke and he does happen to go off, if he becomes the pro of the game,
it's one of
you're
those
gonna kick
things.
Yourself.
It's it's one of those things where a coach does something, and if you're right, you're a genius. If you're wrong, you're fired.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you gotta. This is the playoffs. This is for the money. You got to make decisions like that. And I would feel more confident in Pollard at this specific game.
I don't know. To me, it's kind of like with the Saints. We got the Kamara and Murray deal. Kamara hasn't looked good since Hill's been in there.
Totally different scenario.
No, why is it a different scenario?
Because the Cowboys are terrible. They have no offensive line. They have no quarterback. Zeke doesn't want to beat up his body for that team. So he's not trying.
So if you had...
They paid his ass $80-90 million. You get your butt out there and get pounded.
So take out Pollard.
Came out wrong. I apologize.
What about a different... If you want to play someone else other than him, what about McKissick? Would you play McKissick over Zeke this week?
I don't know.
And that's where the thing... Like, I would tell everybody to start Mostert this week, but the way that defense looked last week, causing fumbles to running backs. I know it's Cincinnati, but...
Yeah. Gio. That's not great. But, yeah...
Well, Bernard... Like I said, he didn't fumble with like 800 carries. And he finally gets a fumble.
Yeah, he got one. But they put Samaje in, and I think he might be the lead back this week.
He could be. He didn't look too bad.
At least for the Bengals, yeah.
You know how I like Samaje. I don't know.
You just like any running back named Perrine. Just saying.
One's Perrine and one's Pirine. Just because they're spelled the same doesn't mean they're pronunciated.
I'm sorry, they're pronounced different.
Yeah,
tomatoes.
You better be sorry. Messing up people's names like that.
Potato. I'll tell you what, when either one of them become relevant, I'll say their name correctly.
You are now Cowgirl Joe.
Yeah, and you're a penis wrinkle.
Whoa, that was just a straight, blatant personal attack.
Oh, yeah. I just took it like
I just mispronounced your name, that's all.
No, because it's not Cowgirl and Cowboy, not spelled the same. Perrine and Perrine.
I can't
or whatever
spell.
Yeah, you heard Kid Rock.
Are spelled the same.
Cowboy, baby.
And like I said, when either one becomes relevant, then I'll pronounce their name
Why
correctly.
do you think he's AA? Because I can't fuck that up.
That's true.
You seem to, because I call him double A.
I thought it was more of a reference of
Do you say this is an AA battery, or do you call it a AA battery?
Yeah.
I don't know. He
Yeah.
just makes weird picks, so I think he's drunk all the time.
I'm winning though, so how's it weird picks?
I can't talk shit about
You're
that.
not winning. You're tied with the winner.
I'm winning though.
I've been winning
It's
for
tied
15
for
weeks.
first. I'm
You're
first,
tied with
and then
me.
first is second.
Now, what happens if
I'm the 1A, you're the 1B,
You can't be
I'm
the 1A
Julio.
if I was here already.
and then you're Calvin Ridley. I was here already. I'm
I
Julio.
like Gage.
All right, you can beat Gage. I'm Julio.
I'm kind of gauged on the number 3 guy here.
I have it 26-21. The 49ers will beat the Cowboys.
Oh, come on.
And you got to stop drinking that juice because the Cowboys pull up an offset this week, 24-21.
I don't think it's an upset. I have Cowboys winning 24-21.
You both have the Cowboys to win this game.
Yeah.
To win.
All right.
We didn't even take any points. Let them win.
I'm
Yeah,
the
dude,
one
straight up.
trying to convince you guys the Cowboys will end the season strong. And
No,
now you both just wait.
You're
And
the
you
one
convinced
trying
us.
to convince us every week that the Jets are going to cover, and they
No.
never do.
I took them one time.
It was twice.
One time you took them to win.
Twice.
Any other time you take
And
them
then
to
the
cover.
other time you took them to cover.
I had one bad one time. I called it correctly for 3 consecutive weeks. I had a read. I took it. I ran with it. I was confident. I was wrong. My bad.
That's the same thing if a guy picks a chick up in a bar. One time, I've got this. She's hot. Turns out to be a man. He regrets it his entire life. The Jets are the transvestites of the NFL.
That you can't say that, Joe.
Why? Apparently it was funny.
I don't even know what he was talking about. It just sounds so bad right now.
All right, we got to go
All right.
back.
I'm not editing this.
Hell no. I'm shit, right.
SJWs will not be watching us.
No.
And if they are, I am sorry. That is the guy. And he is not associated. This is my channel. Don't kill me for his wrongdoing. Odds.
I do good analogy.
All right. Eagles, Cardinals.
Eagles are getting 6.5. Is 49.5 is the over/under.
Hurts is looking good, guys. He's looking good.
I think the Cardinals win this game.
I think it's pretty safe.
I think the Eagles are playing better.
They are, but how much does the quarterback change help that with Hurts? I think that's a lot.
I said before he started that Hurts is way better than Wentz, and they're going to look better
I
because
don't
of
think
it.
that's true, but
I think he's
But is he better
better
enough to carry
No. Wait a
Eagles
minute.
the rest of the season? What?
Wentz,
What do you mean in the playoffs?
If Hurts can help the Eagles win it all this year, rest of this year.
Wentz has struggled every game.
Yeah. I'm not
Hurts,
saying it's none of his, but
Hurts
he has
came
definitely
into
regressed.
a hard game for his first NFL start
Yeah.
and looked way better than Wentz.
He looked good, yeah.
I doubt if Wentz starts for the Eagles again.
Maybe not for the Eagles, but
unless
he'll
there's
start
an
again.
injury.
He'll start again, but not for the Eagles.
That's what I just said.
I
for
know,
the
but
Eagles.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he'll get another shot somewhere else, and deservedly so. He's still a young.
I think it'll work, unless he just goes somewhere off. But I mean, you have to see where
He'll
he
be
goes.
a journeyman, but he'll start somewhere. But I think Hurts makes it. He just fits.
Well, you're wrong. Wentz won't ever start again. He's going to be a backup unless somebody goes down hurt. But that's Hurts' team now.
I agree.
Well, since Hurts has been there, Ward seems to have been the guy. He has 5 targets. Rager's had 4, but they both have 2 catches. So it's really anybody's game. I like Rager, though, this week.
I think Rager needed that time. I don't think it really mattered. I think Rager would have been good week 1. I think he just needed that time.
Well, he had that time with Wentz, though. Now it's with Hurts.
I understand that. I'm just talking about the way he was a part of the team.
Oh, well, I mean,
He had a learning curve he couldn't grasp right away. His routes were sloppy. He was just really fast, and they just wanted him on the field. They're trying to get him the ball
They're trying
in
to
space.
develop him.
But he's starting to look more like an actual receiver. I don't know if he's quite ready to be even a number 2 on that team. But he's a good gadget player.
I think he's close to it too.
I think he's a gadget player. His upside's a slot receiver.
I think he can be an outside guy. With that speed, he can be an outside guy.
I think it's too much. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying there's a lot he has to overcome to be that.
I mean, he probably wouldn't have a full route tree on the outside, but he would do it.
That's what I mean.
I think
so. Maybe he can get it done. It's definitely not. He didn't just learn it overnight, so he's not going to kill it this game. But he might get.
I think he would be the guy in this game of the receivers.
He might get 3 or 4 catches. Yeah,
I think he can get a touchdown.
Maybe
Break one.
I think he could break one anytime he has the ball. Anytime he has the ball.
And plus, he does get punt returns, so there's that benefit too. He's already took one.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals win this game though. 28-17. Kyler Murray. The Eagles' defense aren't bad.
No, they're playing better.
But Kyler Murray's definitely not what Joe said.
Yeah, that's going to be another loss for me.
But he's not quite what he's been over the first half of the season. He's definitely slowed down a little.
Even though he's fallen off, like I said, he is, fantasy point-wise, Kyler Murray is still the number 1 guy, period. Even though he's fallen off a bit. He was so far ahead, nobody could catch him.
Yeah, he got hot.
Yeah, but he's good. He's a quarterback that's got staying power. Unlike Lamar Jackson, which I've been said all last year, and the whole world came down on me because I said he can't throw a football, and I was like, "Oh, you're crazy!" And now
he's proven he can't throw a football.
And now the Ravens are the 32nd best passing offense in the league. The Jets have a better passing attack than Lamar Jackson, and he can't throw the ball. And now everyone just shuts up. Can't hear him talk. Kyler Murray is number 1 quarterback this year in fantasy, and he probably will have a few in his career. Lamar will probably not.
I agree. Arizona wins at 31-24. Arizona don't cover, or Philadelphia don't cover this week.
I have a 27-21. I think Philadelphia can cover. I think they can put enough points on this defense, and their defense can hold the Cardinals to 27. The Cardinals, they haven't been right, and I think that they can be stopped, and I think they'll be slowed down.
I can see that. The Eagles are this close. They had a lot of transition they had to do after the Super Bowl. They have old pieces. I think they're doing a decent job. They got another year or 2 before they can get all those things flipped over. But I think Hurts is the one thing that was a question mark, and I think they nailed it. I think the Eagles will be good pretty quickly. But the Cardinals are just going at it right now. I think it's too much. I kind of called the Cardinals last year. I was preempting them too far into the future. I think the Cardinals still need they need quite a bit.
They need a little bit, yeah.
Especially
they need a better offensive line, yeah.
And the Eagles have a good defense in general. They're probably going to sack them a couple times in this game.
Yeah, I would definitely see so. They're definitely one of the top-rated pass rushes defense, or at least in pressures.
All right.
Pause. Anybody got an extra charger? I forgot to freaking charge this bitch apparently before I came.
I mean,
2 things. Number 1, I'm not going to pause.
Yeah.
Okay? This is live.
Well, I still need a charger.
Number 2, I told you day 1 to always bring your charger.
I've always had a full charge when I get out of here, and I forgot to plug it in the last couple of days.
And you told me that you never have to worry about it.
Normally I don't. This is a one-time thing. In 15 weeks, this is the first time this has happened.
Then your computer's going to shut off because
it's going to shut off, and I'm
wasting time.
Give me a freaking plug. You guys can't.
You guys are both HP buddies.
Pardon me.
I'm pretty sure this will work.
All right, are you charged up enough you can make it to the show? Been a while.
What we got?
I'm good. Next.
Jets Rams.
Weren't we just talking about the Jets?
Yeah.
I'm not going to let the line move me into covering this game so you guys can be like, oh, you had the Jets to cover, even though they're getting 17 points, which is an absurd amount. They're not going to cover it. They're not. 17 points is an absurd amount.
For the Jets, no.
Historically speaking, 17 points is almost never happened.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough.
No, I don't either. That's why I'm saying it's going to be 100-0. The Rams win this game.
100-0.
Yeah. I mean, I have it 35-14. I definitely have the Rams to cover 17. I think it's easy. I don't see the Jets able to put up a whole lot of points on this defense. If 2 touchdowns at the most is what I see.
Normally, I don't like that kind of a spread, a double digit like that. So I'd pick the points, but I can't do it this week. The Rams are going to win at 31-10. The Jets can't cover this. No.
I'm going to copy off you.
Yeah, Akers should continue.
Probably better. Then they can see the NFL logo and not the other shit.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a way better hat.
Actually, look better. It's a good look for you.
I will say this. I loved Sam Darnold after his rookie season. After his sophomore season, it reinforced everything that I saw. This entire season, he has played so bad that I lost all faith in Sam Darnold. All faith. I don't know how that happened other than Adam Gase just destroyed him. But the one thing he can't do is read a defense and play against man coverage. Well, you know what the Rams have? 2 of the best corners.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be ugly. I highly doubt the Jets do anything through the air.
If anything, Crowder, he's not going to see those
part
top
of
2
this,
corners.
I'll say part of
but
this 10 points is garbage time.
Yeah, I would see him being the one garbage time touchdown.
It's bad.
That is bad.
It's going to be bad.
Very.
100-0. No, I would not take the Jets to cover 17 points. Not here, not against the Rams. Plus, they're traveling all the way.
From one side of the country to the next. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't take the Jets to cover the spread.
Nope.
Browns-Giants?
What? Oh, no, you skipped one.
I didn't skip one. You skipped one. Chiefs-Saints?
That's the one we're on.
Saints are getting 3.
Breeze is back. Thomas is out.
Mm.
That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what really decides the loss for the New Orleans.
I'd take the Saints straight up.
I don't.
I would take the underdog to win the game. The Chiefs are overrated.
Let's not get carried away
I
on
don't
that.
think they're overrated.
They are the champs for the reason.
Okay.
Their running game is overrated.
The
But they never
Dolphins,
really had one, though.
the Dolphins should have beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They should have beat the
I
Chiefs.
mean, they could have.
I mean, there's 3 fluky things that happen that you can't normally predict that all fell the Chiefs' way that totaled 20 points, and they won by 6.
They won.
They won. I'm just saying, that's the 3rd time that's happened to the Chiefs. Chiefs should have 4 losses right now. Chiefs are a good team. I'm not saying they're trash.
I think they're the
They're
best
a good team. The Saints are better, and they'll win this game. I take them straight up. I don't care about the points. I'll take the odds and the extra cash in my pocket. I have it. I had it come out through my algorithm to 28-26, and I'm going to stand by it.
All right. I have a 31-28 Chiefs. I'm taking them to cover. I do think Kamara has a big day, but I mean, hey, it's Kamara, a big whoop. But they should be riding him this game with Thomas out. But I do think Breeze will have a good game. He usually does coming back from injury. But he's throwing to Sanders, Smith, and Cook. I don't think they're able to put up enough points. I do know that the Saints defense is really good, but I still think Chiefs put up points.
Well, they'd probably put up points.
I agree with the score. It is going to be 31-28. But unfortunately, I'm agreeing with Jay-Z. Saints win. I think it is the upset. I think Breeze comes out, has a terrific game. Kamara finally gets back on the horse and has himself a good game. Making that playoff push. I see the upset happening. Yeah.
59, 54, 59. We all have the over by a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the one thing we do agree on is there are going to be points in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the chief that gets it?
The Chief?
There's a chief every week that gets the big play. I called it. He's called it. You missed a couple times. But someone always gets it.
I missed. I whiffed. And
Honestly, nobody is upset about that because nobody took your advice.
which is probably a good thing. Ever.
Because nobody trusts Watkins. And I said this the first was that week 2 or whatever when he had a couple good games?
Yeah.
I said
he
would
did
need
the same thing as he does every year.
He would need like 3 or 4 consecutive awesome games before people would start to say, maybe he can do it again. Because he's the most inconsistent wide receiver I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think it. I'm gonna go with Robinson.
Oh my God! I was gonna say Robinson. I swear I was.
As soon as I said it, I
can't-
saw it in your eyes.
I can't believe you said it.
Hey, every time I've hit on it was when I said Robinson.
I
Who
hit on
has
Hill,
the
but I
big
hit on
game?
him.
Who has the big pass? Not necessarily the bigger game. Who has the bomb? Because there's always a bomb.
There's always a bomb.
So
I think it's going to be over-reliable. I think it's going to be Hill.
I think it's gonna be all reliable.
yeah, he's got to be safe.
reliable.
I don't think he is safe. I don't think Hill has a good game. I think the Saints are keying in on him this week, and they're going to slow him. He is a big part of this offense. He's been pretty consistent this whole year.
So maybe Watkins can sneak in? No.
no,
I'm not doing
not
that.
with-
I'm not going to handle him again, but
But I think with Marshawn Lattimore and Janoris Jenkins there, I think they can team up or bracket him, maybe get a safety. They have a good safety. I think they can slow him down and contain him. They're not going to stop him, but I think he's going to be under 70 yards, 5 catches. He's going to have an okay game, but he's not going to be that big thing that's going to win you the playoff game. And I don't think you should expect that.
Bell or Claire?
Clyde.
Clyde.
Yeah.
By a lot?
Volume-wise, yeah.
No. Just statistical. Who does better?
Unless they break one, they're not going to get anything.
I think Clyde does this week, even though I hate Clyde. I think he gets better value than
What the hell is that?
a good red elixir. It caused me to say stupid shit on air.
Alrighty.
Some good old red punch there.
Okay. I mean, who do you think is the runner?
I think your safe bet is Bell because he'll get 3 or 4 catches. I'm just saying it's safe. I don't think Bell. I think he gets 3. So let's say 4 catches for 41 yards. That's 8.1 points. It's not a great game, but it's not a bad game. I think that's a good whereabout where he's going to be at. Clyde, I think, is probably going to get between 6 and 14 points. So it's a bigger window. Could be smaller. So it depends.
I don't think Bell will get that many targets. I think he'll have 2 or less.
This is the type of game
I
that'll
think
fit him.
he'll have 5 or less carries.
Yeah, I'm talking about catches.
I'm just talking about his usage in general. I think Edwards is the main guy. He gets at least 70%, I think.
This is the type of game that would fit Bell.
I think they want to try and make Clyde work, though.
No. You're missing my point. Saints have a good defense.
Yeah.
They lock people up. So when a quarterback comes back to make a throw and nobody's open, the check down is the running back.
Mm-hmm.
For that situation, I think Bell is going to be in more often.
I understand that. I think they're going to use Clyde, though.
Oh, I think their whole plan is to always use Clyde.
I mean, yeah, but I think they're going to try and use him in that check down over Bell.
Oh, I doubt that.
I think they're going to try to. They've been the last couple weeks. His usage has been going up.
Okay,
his targets have been
targets.
going up.
Just
It's-
targets. Bell or Clyde.
It's pretty close. They both get 1 to 3. It's up and down. One will get 3. One will get 1.
No, I think Bell will get 3 catches. I think he'll probably have 5 to 6 targets.
Clyde had 6 last week. Bell had 3. He had 3 the week before. Clyde had 0. Bell had 1 the week before. Clyde had 2.
Look at their catches. Who has more catches every week? Because Bell can catch the ball. They want Clyde to do things. He's just not there yet.
Yeah, but he's getting more over the last few weeks. They're
I understand
trying
that.
to utilize him.
I'm
in
just
it.
saying. Quarterback gets under pressure. He gets.
Yeah.
He trusts Bell.
Yeah, they trust Bell. I think they're going to try and trust Clyde this game. Unless he screws up, then they'll go back to Bell. But I think they want Clyde.
Either way, I wouldn't feel great starting.
No, not at all. I mean, you go back to 2017, 55 games. The Saints haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher. Sanders was the first one last week.
He drank his elixir. Now he looks totally tripping on acid. Are you all right?
I'm just sitting here at the amazement that you two are arguing over which crap running back is going to do better.
Crap running, but only one's crap.
I don't know. They're both pretty bad. Browns, Giants. Giants are
Poor
getting
Browns.
6.
Really pulling for him last week against the Ravens.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Don't worry, Josephina.
Josephina?
Yeah, we're almost there.
Almost to where?
I think the Browns easily put this away. They cover that 6.
Easily?
Easily.
I'm honestly surprised with flex scheduling that they're even having this game on at night.
I think this is going to be a good game. I don't think the Browns win easily.
I think they win it.
I think Daniel Jones being in last week hurt that team more than it helped. And with Colt McCoy back, I think the Giants will play better this week.
I am upset with the NFL. That's right, I'm calling you out, Goodell.
Yeah, because he's watching.
I'm sure he might be someday. And if he goes back, this game, they
It's gonna hurt
pulled
his feelings.
the Dallas-San Francisco game
Get 'em,
off of
Joe.
prime time to put Cleveland and the fucking Giants. Seriously, of all the games this week they could have put in there.
I mean, yeah,
They
they
put the
could
Cleveland
have
and
put
the
a
Giants.
better game.
Dude, the perfect spot
You
for
tell
the
me they couldn't put
Saints
Kansas
Chiefs?
City Saints?
Jets.
That shouldn't even be televised.
Oh, I say that. They shouldn't even put cameras in that stadium.
That should be radio only.
And make it sound better than what it really is.
All those Rams fans are going to want to hear their team smear somebody.
I guess.
Those are the best games
Then
if you're
play
a
it out
fan.
in LA.
I'm just saying, there's 3 or 4 better games they could have put on in that time.
Can we just
This is the game they chose.
There's some
just pick one?
I'm picking
Browns.
Cleveland to whip ass, 27-13.
Oh, I
Whoop
agree.
ass. Oh, I don't think they will pass. I think it's 28-21. But I still
think
take them to
he's-
cover.
All right. Well, we all picked the Browns. I don't think
Yeah.
there's much to say here. The Giants are in a transition. The Browns are trying to win a Super Bowl. So,
Do you think they win that Super Bowl?
fuck no.
Not this year.
They win a
They're
playoff
a
game?
couple years off.
I think the Browns do
I think
not
the
win a
Browns-
playoff
They
game.
don't win a playoff game.
I think the Browns can win a game. I do believe they can win a playoff game. They can win a wild card.
No.
They would be playing against, say, the Dolphins. Colts. They would play one of those two teams probably. Dolphins or Colts.
Maybe the Colts. I can't see them beating the Dolphins.
I don't know.
The Steelers with the Butterfingers and the Bengals.
Oh, the Bengals just look bad without
The
Burrow in
Steelers
there.
can't catch. They have
Oh no! That is not what you said a few weeks ago when they were 11-0 and they were rolling. Oh, everybody
They
can
can catch them,
Washington,
and then they just start
Claypool,
dropping
and,
it.
and Juju.
They got steel hands. Just drop it.
They do have the drops.
They lead the NFL in drop passes for 3 consecutive weeks, and it got so bad even in practice. He said he was benching people the first time they drop a pass in a game.
Ooh, I like it.
So
Wow.
honestly, the guy I like, James Washington, he's got the best hands on the team, and that guy's been a fighter all year.
Has Claypool been dropping it?
Yeah, he had some
a
bad
couple.
drops.
I didn't.
He had some bad drops. Juju hasn't had many, but his were bad. Like
Yeah, he
wide
did have a
open,
bad
right
one,
in his
yeah,
hand.
Yeah.
Even Deontay, whatever his name is,
Deontay.
he had a couple bad drops.
Yeah.
They lead the NFL in drop passes. And if they don't start catching the ball,
Well, it doesn't help that they don't really have a run game.
well, it's gotten so bad that Big Ben's now hesitant on throwing the ball. You can see him, like, you
You could catch it.
and then throw the ball way
I'm
off.
trusting you.
Because he's you know what I mean? He's trying to be a finesse guy. Ben is not a finesse guy. I know he throws the ball hard. It's kind of hard to catch. But they have been fine for like 10 weeks. And then they just all started falling apart.
No, because even on their wins for the 10 weeks, the Steelers have looked shaky every game. And I told people, I said, they can't keep playing shaky because they were good. Again, I was right on the Bills. You can't play shaky against good teams like that. They will come back to burn you.
Well, they didn't even
get
play a
burned in the
good
playoffs.
game. They played shaky against Washington. I wouldn't necessarily call them a good team. They
No,
lost to
Washington's not a
them.
good team.
Yeah.
Washington, I think that was a very fluke win for them. But against the Bills racked them up. They said,
Yep.
all right, yeah, you play shaky. We'll tear you up. And they did.
And even if they start catching it, they're still a little shaky.
I think Cincinnati, this game here helps
But the Steelers,
Pittsburgh at least keep that number 2 spot, but that's about
Keeps
it.
their confidence. I
they
think.
didn't pull away in that game until like the fourth quarter. Steelers pretty much took the Bills out for 3 quarters of football. It was a close, competitive game.
I don't think they took him out. I mean, it was a good game, but then
I think the first half, they only had like 84 total yards in the first half of football. I don't remember exactly, but they had like 3 picks. He threw like 3 picks that game. Josh Allen.
He might have threw.
They
3.
kind of shut him down for the first half of football. They were ahead, I think. You're going back too far. I have to
Last
watch
week?
I have to watch too many games.
Last week was too far?
Against. Oh, okay.
Are you talking about the Bills?
I was talking about their first loss.
I thought you were talking about last week.
I was talking about the Bills, and he
So
made
you're
it sound
talking
like
about Washington?
Allen was freaking horrible.
No,
That
it
was their
wasn't
first
Washington
loss.
either. Who was their? Yeah, they only lost 2. So
Yeah,
it was
the Bills
Steelers.
and
It was
the
the Bills.
Washington.
It was the Bills. Yeah.
It was 9-7 at halftime.
Yeah, it was 9-7 at halftime.
Nothing.
So it was the
fantastic.
third quarter they came back and did all their stuff.
They
The
were
first
coming
half of
back, they were
football,
winning.
it was not even close. Like they were. I mean, it was close.
They were winning in the score.
Yeah, by 2.
Yeah, but they were winning the whole game.
They were,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying it wasn't like they
It
blew
was
them
only
out
by
of
2
the water
because they
from the start.
missed the extra point.
Yeah,
So it wasn't like they were settling for field goals.
right. I'm just saying it took them a half of football, and
Yeah.
then the Steelers just kind of fell apart. But it wasn't so much that the Bills took them to town; it was the Steelers couldn't catch the ball.
Well, they're having trouble playing 60 minutes.
Yeah, they're having trouble. I have it 27-17, the Steelers. I would take the Bengals to cover. I don't like it, though.
I would not take the Bengals to cover this.
I can't take the Bengals.
The quarterback looks fairly decent. You know, he didn't make a
They
lot of
haven't been
mistakes,
playing bad.
but in this game, I think the Steelers' defense steps up. Pittsburgh dominates this one, 31-6. It's a blowout.
Yeah, I have it 31-13. I think Steelers should blow them out of the water.
Yeah.
This
I
should
think
be a
they should,
get-right game. I don't think the Bengals, even at 13, that's still a lot. They haven't really been putting up a whole lot of points.
Yeah.
And it's good defense.
Steeler hasn't really been putting up a lot of points.
I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's
but
seen what
now
the
you
Cowboys
put the two,
defense
though.
done this year, and the Cowboys looked good against Cincinnati.
Yeah, they did.
So Pittsburgh should look
30
fantastic.
to 7. They should be able to cover 14.
Well, I will say this. Either I'm going to be in last place after this week, or I'm going to be up by so much that I could just put my feet up for the rest of the season. One of the two.
I'm still down 6 games, so I still got.
Yeah, well, I think I
need a
picked
huge lead.
opposite.
You still
on
got
like
a little
10
bit
of
to
these
go
games.
before you can beat me. I'm still in first.
Oh, you two can bicker all you want, because at the end of the season, I don't care if I beat you guys by 1 freaking game, as long as I freaking win. And I'm going to call it the comeback.
He's going to win.
You're not going to win. You might beat him. You're not going to win.
Wow, that was a shot. Now, see? You thought I'd take shots. He took a shot.
You guys both take shots, so that's fine. Because people who are on the bottom have to take a shot, and it's people like me who don't have to recognize it, because you're so far below me, it doesn't even matter.
Below you.
Yeah.
I'm in first.
I'm only 6 back.
Thank you
I
guys
made up
for
3
watching.
3 last week. I make up 3 this week.
Little caveat.
Thank you.
We're going
Love
to
ya.
continue to pick games throughout the playoffs. And this offseason, we're going to break down every single team with their needs, their cap space, and do mock drafts and all that fun stuff. On our Super Bowl game show, what the hell is this called?
Doing a game show.
Podcast. Our Super Bowl podcast, we'll be picking the winner for the jerseys, so make sure you subscribe. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Good luck.
See you next week.